What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. I'm Isaiah. Today, Division 0 is going to be digging into the depths beneath Venice in search of the Cult of Starry Wisdom. I'm going to be using some new terrain for this that I haven't really gotten to use yet, so I've been kind of aching for a chance to put it on the table, so you guys are going to get to see that in a second. Before we take a look at that, before we talk about the mission, if you haven't hit that like, subscribe, or share button, please consider doing that, because it really does help us grow as a channel and get ahead and get our content out to more people. With that being said, and with no further ado or gilding of the lily, let's get into this game of Perilous Tales. Good evening, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Perilous Tales. Tonight, Division 0 sifts through the seedy underbelly of Venice, Italy in search of an ancient machine with the power to level the entire city. While trying to deactivate this machine, they will be harassed, harangued, and otherwise heckled by the Cult of Starry Wisdom, a malevolent and eldritch group of Nazis. Will they be able to deactivate this machine and defeat the fascists? Stay tuned to find out. What's up, folks? We're here for another game of Perilous Tales. I'm really excited to be using this terrain. This is actually the terrain that comes with the Carnival starters from TT Combat, but I haven't been able to find anybody to come play that with me yet. But I wanted to use the terrain, so Division 0 is going to Venice. Alright, so we are set up in the corridor arrangement of threat markers, where they just kind of make this gauntlet down the sides of the table for perils. Lord have mercy, completely forgot what they were called. We have utterly horrible to describe the fear of coming across something terrible that the cult has done. Creeping horror to represent the constant shifting feeling of being constantly watched, and 1,000 cuts to represent being struck from the shadows. Our objectives are to find the Precious, which is the object which activates the Doom machine, recover the equipment, which are relics, things that we need from the machine, scavenged parts from it, things that we can take back to our base and try to work to our advantage to turn the tide of the war, and to activate, or in this case, technically deactivate the contraption. The switches for which are here, here, and here. And that's everything we need to know about the setup of the game. Let's get into the playing of it. Start with Hawkeye, because you're going to try to see what that threat marker on the opposing roof is. He's skill 2. No successes. Clean your binoculars again, man. We don't want to have a repeat of last time. Tex is going to get moving across these rooftops. Up 4, over 2, up 2, or up to over 4, up 2, and over 2. Bringing us to Dan, who's just going to bull in a china shop his way down. Well, we'll hold on here. We're going to go Bo. And Bo's going to move up and keep his eyes peeled. Ending there. Hank is just going to double move to right here by Bo in the well. Dan is going to triple. Dan's going to finish up right there. And we'll do a threat check for the villainous phase. Okay. That is 0 successes. So we just get a threatening overture, because difficulty 9 with advantage, and rolled an 8, excuse me, an 8, because the current threat level is 1. Hawkeye's going to double move to go catch up to Tex a little bit to right there. Tex is going to move up and keep his eyes peeled. We'll take him right to the edge. And then we'll eyes peeled up top. Bow up and eyes peeled. I'm pretty sure that the subtext on eyes peeled, where it says taking it more than once, I'm pretty sure that means that's referring to taking it more than once on a single model. I think you can still take it multiple times, like on different models. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. Please and thank you. Hank, gonna double move up to here. And Dan, I think, is going to come start some. Dan is going to focus and then double move. We're going to activate this one, which is a 3, which is going to be a cultist. 2 Nazi cultists spawn right there. One in the boat, and they spawn when their minion abilities that when they spawn with a friend within an inch and as close as possible to the villainous board edge. So Tex will eyes peeled on that boat. Disadvantage, but I have an extra dice because I'm a crack shot. That's a 9. Ooh, I get a 10, which is 2 damage, 4 wounds. And then I get a shot with bow at just straight dice. Oh, but that is a misfortune, so nothing will come of it. That'll bring us to the next step. Now, I'm not sure how this works here. I don't know if both of these come into the ambush or just the original one that was spawned. I'm not sure. So I'm going to say that it's the original one that was spawned for now. And if I'm doing it wrong, let me know. Threat check. Okay. 9 is the better and 0 successes. So we'll just go up 1 on the threat. First guy, Villainous Attack action. He's skill 2, minimum difficulty 7. 1 success, and I will negate that 1 damage with tough. His friend over here will drive the boat over and jump out with his 6 inches. And he'll take a swing at me. He'll have advantage because he's got a buddy there. But advantage doesn't help him. No damage. Bringing it back to me, where I will start with Dan. Yeah, Dan is the place to start. Minimum difficulty 2. That's a 6. That's enough to kill the wounded one. And let's see if we can kill off the other one. 2. Yes. That'll wipe both of the cultists off. Goodbye, dirty, filthy scum. And then I have 1 action left, which I wasn't really prepared to have an action left there. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with it. I think I will focus myself. Hawkeye's going to try to see what this threat marker is. Goodness gracious. Not today he won't. Not today he won't. Hank is going to move this way. And Bo is going to eyes peeled and then move up. We're going to set something off here. Remove right here so that we're not within 6 of this one, but we are within 6 of that one. Flip it. 2 is some cultists on the bridge. And we'll take a shot at them. Oh my goodness. Minimum difficulty 5. I have another dice there. I will hit twice. He 2 damage. Jumps in on me. And then we go to the villainous phase with a threat check. Ooh, this is a much better roll for them. Minimum 5 though. That's still 3 successes. Okay. So I got to make some horror checks. So we'll start with Bo because his is the most important right now. He passes. We'll do Hank. Does not pass. We'll do Dan. Passes. We'll do Tex. Fails. And we'll do Hawkeye. Passes. Deuce Titans. This one almost popped me. I had to get real scientific with it, but I'm just out of that one, and I got a good half inch or so on that one. So we'll do our fight right here. That is 1 damage. Our second cultist moves but doesn't make it anywhere. Doesn't make it close enough to attack to get within range of its villainous attack. Bringing it back to me, where I'm going to activate Dan, who's going to move in, take a swing at that cultist. 8, 10, 10. Yep, that's enough to kill this cultist. We'll take another swing at this other cultist. This time I get advantage because now I'm outnumbering him. So we'll take that 5, and that's 1, 2, 3. Plenty of damage to murderate that Nazi. And then I have, that's all my moves because I had to move in. So next we'll do Hawkeye, who still wants to know what that threat marker is. So we're going to keep looking. There we go. It is 7, which is going to be one of the perils. Not super worried about that right now because I got to get to that switch. Tex is going to climb down at this point. Down to the bottom. That's going to take both of his movements to get down. Bo is going to peel his eyes and move this way down the canal. There's going to be some more cultists on the canal. I didn't get to activate Hank, but that's okay. That's on me. So we'll do a threat check. Minimum 5 still because everybody's alive. 5. That is a lot of successes. So 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. So from the shadows, kicks a minion up here, and when this minion is spawned, he brings a friend with him. So Hawkeye just got ambushed on the rooftops. I got to do some horror checks for the crawl and chaos. So we'll start with Hawkeye because right now he's the most important of the bunch. He passes. Excellent. Bo. Misfortune. I'm going to use my reroll there because he's about to get ambushed and I don't want him to be knocked down. Oh, wait, no. He wouldn't be knocked. I'm not using that there. No, because he wouldn't be knocked down. He would just be running away because he's not yet engaged. Oh, no. He would be because they're supposed to move immediately. Yeah, so reroll. Okay. Yes. Because that happens. The thing moves to engage him immediately. Next, we'll do Hank, who's good, and then Dan, who's good. Excellent. Okay. Good, great, grand. We'll start with closest to the villainous board edge, which is this one. So, attacking Hawkeye. Alright, Hawkeye, I need you to hold it down on the rooftops, buddy. Ooh. 1 always fails, though, so that's 1 damage on Hawkeye from the first one. Oh, they do have advantage, but you can't be better than a 1. 6. That's 2 damage. That's 3 damage total on Hawkeye. Swinging at Bo by himself. Misses. His friend is going to come in and swing at Bo. And get 1. Also, that would have triggered and flipped over on the scoot from the noose tightening. So they will come in and try to take some shots at Bo as well. Yeah, he's got advantage. 2 damage. And then I don't think his buddy's not going to be able to get in. I stand corrected. He could get in. 2 more damage. Okay. That escalated quickly. So we're going to have Dan move in and try to clean up a little bit. So that's 1 move. He's going to swing at that first cultist right there. Minimum difficulty 2. 7. That's 2 damage. Oh my goodness. Okay, 2 damage. I have to swing at this. I got to swing at him again. 5. That will finish him off, but I only kill off 1 of them with Dan, which is not as well as I wanted to do there. We'll have Bo take his swing. That's 1 damage on one of them. We'll have him take another swing. That is a misfortune. He punches himself in the face. Go up here to Hawkeye, who punches good one time. Let's see if he can punch good again. Nope, that is a misfortune. So he'll deal 2 damage to one of the cultists. Tex and Hank are just going to double move into the scrum over here because at least now I have the cultists outnumbered in this particular location. Still got this rooftop fight to deal with, but things happening over here. All right, bringing us to the villainous phase. We'll do a threat check. Minimum 5. So that's 1, 2, 3 successes. So not as bad as last time. Could have been a lot worse. So we'll do some horror checks. We'll start with Hawkeye, who is good. We'll do Hank, who is good. We'll do Tex, who is good. We'll do Dan, who is good. And we'll do Bo. Oh, way to stand tall, boys. Way to stand tall. Well done. We'll creep some threat markers in, and we will crank the threat up 1. And things continue to escalate quickly. This threat marker flipped, giving us a 6, which is going to be one of our Perilous. We'll check that out in a second. The rest crept. This one, however, made it to the edge and revealed the master of the cult, the Eldritch Horror itself. Anyways, we get a peril. I'm going to pick this one. 1,000 cuts. Suffers a skill 3 attack. Okay. As I'm struck from the shadows even more than the 2 guys jumping me on the rooftop. That'll be 3 damage, because minimum 5. Okay. This may be the last stand of Hawkeye. Let's see. 5. So that's 1 damage. Let's see what the other one does. Oh, that is yes. So Hawkeye will perish. Okay. One good thing that comes from my poor friend's demise is that he was not within 8 inches of that scrum, which means nobody there has to take a horror check. We don't even know that Hawkeye's gone right now, but he is most certainly gone. So we'll come over here and we'll start with the one who is closest to the friendly board edge, which will be that cultist who is currently injured. And he'll swing at Bo because Bo has been wounded the most, but he does not have advantage at this point. That will deal 2 damage, which will murderate my friend. That one will cause some horror checks. So we'll start with Hank, who passes. We'll go to Tex. Oh my goodness. Who passes. Thank you, Tex. And we'll go to Dan, who's got 2 more dice to roll but does not need them. Next cultist will swing at Hank. Deals 1 damage to Hank. And last cultist will move and swing. Will even Dan, odd Hank, because they're about equal distance. Even is Dan. So he's going to need a minimum 7. Nothing. Bad. We'll come down and then move 2 towards everybody through the canal. Bringing it to me. I got to do some work here. So, Dan, I'm going to need you to do that work for me, I think. Okay, 1, 2, yes. All right, so that's a dead cultist. I'll swing at the next one beside me. This time I'll have advantage. Thank goodness for the advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a dead cultist. So I killed 2 of the cultists right here with Dan. And then I will move in some. Yes. Tex is going to take shots at the master. So he's going to... So instead of moving there with his last action... No, he needs to move. Alright, so we're going to take a shot here. Okay, minimum 5, but that's still 4 damage. It's a good shot. We'll run it back. Pop another one. For another single damage, which brings 5 damage total. That's respectable. He's only got 8 wounds to begin with, so he's a little bit squishy. Let's see if Hank can just get in here and wreck some face. So Hank's going to take a swing at this cultist. Well, I guess he can only do so much. He's only got 2 dice. That's 2 damage, though. And he'll punch him again. That is 1 damage because it's minimum 2. So 3 damage total to that cultist. Okay. So threat check at 7, skill 7, advantage, minimum difficulty 3. That is 5 successes. So we'll get some crawling chaos. Okay, so that roll hurt mainly because it healed 3 wounds off the master. Also brought in some more cultists from the northern part of the canals. 2 threat markers moved in, but not really an issue there. It's looking like I may get threaded out this game, but we'll see. It's currently threat level 8. And it is their turn. These guys will basically just move. They'll move this way, but they won't have enough movement there to get to the bottom of the building. So they will move down the following turn. This cultist will swing at Hank. He does not have advantage currently. Oh my goodness, does 4 damage to Hank. Wow. Back. We'll do 1 damage to Hank. And then last guy will come around and in. And deal 3 damage to Hank, which will kill Hank. We gotta make some horror checks for Tex, who's good. And for Dan, who is not good and will fall down. Leader will call the guards. He's skill 5. He succeeds, so he'll spawn a new cultist. So within an inch, and yeah. And then I would assume they get to do stuff. So the first one, who now definitely has advantage, 1 damage to Tex. Second one will move in and do the same. 2 damage. At that point, yeah, I think I'm gonna call that a wrap. I don't think there's any way for me to break away or to chew through all of that. That last one, yeah, that last good roll on the threat check really hurt. But I do like this villain. That's the first one that I've seen that's brought like hordes on like that, and I really like it. It's not my favorite villain mechanic. I still say my favorite villain mechanic is the gargoyles, because it reminds me of the crying angels from Doctor Who, and I just love that. But all in all, fun mission. I'm really glad I finally got to use this board and these tiles and this terrain for something, even if it wasn't for Carnival, which I'm excited to play. And I even got to use one of the Carnival models because I used one of the Rashar for the Cult Master. But that's gonna be a horrible fail. Everybody died, and we got just absolutely swarmed by the fascist scum cult of Eldritch Horrorness. Bummer, but that's the way she goes. I had a good time. I hope y'all had a good time. And I want you to know that I'm grateful that you stopped by and hung out and rolled some dice with me today. And I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. And as always, I'd like to say a big, huge, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to our patrons who support us and pledge to us over on Patreon. You guys are the absolute best. If you enjoyed the content you saw here today and that's something that you would like to consider doing to help out the channel, go over there, check out the link in the description, check out the Patreon. There's a lot of cool stuff over there, including access to our Discord server. Talk to me, hang out with me, talk about our work, what we got going on in the hobby, some shout outs, all kinds of cool stuff. Check it out if that's something that you think you would be into. And regardless of whether or not you do that, I want you to know that I am incredibly grateful that you decided to stop by and spend part of your day with me today, rolling dice and pushing toy soldiers around. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And as always, may the dice be ever in your favor.